Guys, so today's reading is going to be about something that you are just completely over and done with and what to do about it, what you should be doing in this situation. From the feeling of it, it looks like we're going to have a lot of forward momentum going on here. You're going to be gaining a lot of intuition and perceptions, because I just noticed the owl is under here too. You're going to be gaining a lot of new perceptions, ideas, thoughts. You've gained a lot of wisdom from the things you've been through, and now it's time to take action on those new insights you have. You're really coming into balance with your shadow and your light side, and you're really starting to accept yourself more fully and express yourself more fully in the world around you, and really taking this forward action, following your intuition in a very grounded way towards what will truly make you happy is kind of what's going on here in this reading. And so we have 3 piles here, pile 1, 2, and 3. Take a moment to get in touch with your intuition and your higher self and pick the pile you feel most drawn to. I'm also offering personal readings. You can find my Skype link in the description box below so that you can get a hold of me and we can set something up if you are interested in that. And I also have a contest going on either in the next video or the one after that, depending on when we get to 490 subscribers. When we do, I'm gonna pick somebody from a specific video, so keep an eye on all my videos and make sure you're watching them, because there's going to be a contest in there for a free reading. And when I hit 500 subscribers, I'm going to pick that person from the comments on that video. Sorry, I was kind of thinking about this reading in between that, so that was really hard to get out. Anyway, we are going to get started now with pile 1. Pile 1. So, for pile 1, there's a lot of transformations going on in your life. You've really been through a lot. You've learned a lot. You've gained a lot of knowledge from that. You're really coming into more of a stable energy in your thoughts, in your actions, in your life, a little bit more grounded energy. And there may be a lot of deeper connections forming in your life as well. You're really starting to listen to your intuition a lot more as well, and getting more connected to your crown chakra and the messages you're receiving from the universe around you. This cork I haven't actually seen since it disappeared out of my bottle for my message in a bottle readings, and it popped out today for the first time. And so I think divine timing is finally coming into effect in this reading. We just had Christmas, sometime around Christmas, or maybe something happened on Christmas that could have to do with this as well. You may be releasing someone from your past, learning how to more fully express yourself, truthfully, honestly. You're getting more in connection with your more spiritual side as well. So what happened in this situation? The Weeper and the Boatman in reverse. So maybe somebody was really stuck in their grief, their sadness, their pain, their hurt, and they couldn't move forward from it. But now everything has just opened up, and you're really starting to see the truth and speak the truth, and allowing yourself to let go of anything that is no longer serving you and really moving forward. These ones were for both what's going on and how to get through it. So you may really want to move somewhere new, travel the world, experience more culture, things like that. And maybe you were stuck in some sort of sadness for a while, and it was keeping you stuck in place, like you weren't moving forward, you weren't doing the things you were wanting to do, you weren't getting out there, you weren't putting yourself out there fully either, because you're somebody very artistic, very creative, very knowledgeable about many different things, maybe even a little eccentric at times, somebody who really just thinks outside the box and is very different from others. And so you might have really had a hard time looking at yourself in the mirror and thinking that there was nobody out there that could ever understand you, or that you would ever really fit in with, so you really couldn't express yourself. But now you're really looking at that reflection and seeing your true inner beauty and the depth and the emotion and creativity, and you're just really coming into a very graceful energy as well, and learning how to face hard situations with poise, dignity, grace, things like that. and you're really starting to express yourself, and if others just don't like it, you just really don't care, they can leave. And you're really having a massive rebirth in your entire life and in how you view yourself, how you look at yourself in the mirror, how you see yourself as a person, and you're really starting to just fully accept and integrate those things into your life. You're coming out of this very cold energy, this cold, wintry energy where maybe you said some harsh things, maybe you did some harsh things that just really were a little more harsh than they needed to be because you were so upset, you were so hurt, you were in so much pain, and now you're starting to really release this pain, and you're starting to forgive yourself for things that you have done in your pain, because there's been many people that I'm sure you've forgiven who have done things to you when they were in pain. And so now you're starting to see more clearly on those things. Yeah. And Hangman came out upside down. I don't do a lot of reversals, but when it's upside down, especially, it's the fact that you have come to these conclusions about things. Because of this time period that you went through, you are starting to see things a lot more clearly and from a whole different perspective. A different perspective that maybe you never had allowed yourself to experience in the past, or you had never behaved that way in the past, but now you did because of how hurt you were. There could have even been somebody who cheated on you. There could have been a third-party situation here. There could have been somebody who spoke very harshly to you as well in the past. And maybe you're starting to see things more clearly on that front too, and why they were doing that because of the pain that they were in at the time. But you're really starting to enjoy life. You're starting to find people who are more your soul tribe and the people that you belong around and with. You're starting to have fun, to maybe party a little bit, and to be able to remain emotionally balanced throughout it, to not be doing such impulsive, harsh things or acting before thinking. You're really starting to come into a more balanced state where you aren't afraid to say what you're truly feeling, because you know that everything will still be okay. Even if there's a storm, you'll still be able to maintain your spot. You'll be able to maintain your position and be able to overcome it with ease, grace, dignity, poise. You got a lot of that in here. You're a very emotionally balanced person, someone who really does need to take this action, though, to express your truth, the truth of your emotions that you may keep very hidden. That's what this part is supposed to be about, is what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be enjoying life, enjoying the moment, and just being able to express yourself and your emotions in a balanced way, but still be able to get the meaning across, being able to take action as well, to learn and understand things from the perspectives of others too, and to really make sure that you aren't allowing your pain and grief to overrun what you have going on in your life right now, because you're coming into a very balanced position of power emotions wise. So that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you have to say about it in the comments below, so let me know what you thought about it, if it resonated, things like that. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye. Pile 2. So for pile 2, there could be something that you've been working on for a very long time, something spiritual-wise even. Could be something that had to come to an end or had to die out. There's something about rite of passage here, and the number 21 might have something to do with something. Could be some hunting. Could be you're being hunted. There could be a lot of people around you peacocking and like showing off. You got this immense amount of self-love and unconditional love for the world around you as well. There could even be some drinking too. But there could be a lot of peacocking going on around you, like everybody trying to show their best selves and trying to show off and trying to one-up each other, that kind of stuff. There could be a lot of games being played, like that going on a little bit. And maybe you would like it to stop. But you've worked really, really, really hard to get to this state of self-love and unconditional love for the world around you. And that shines really brightly. And so it attracts a lot of this sometimes. So, what is this situation? Regret, judgment, and governance. So maybe you could have judged, maybe somebody could have judged you harshly. You might be like a teacher for kids, or you could be like a nanny or something along those lines. Somebody could have been a nanny or could have been someone who taught children in some way. There could have been a very harsh judgment going on from someone else who didn't think you were doing it good enough, who thought that you were going about things the wrong way. You could be this teacher who is teaching people, and somebody could have been very harsh in their judgments of you, or you could have been very harsh in your judgments of another teacher. There may be a lot of regret going on in this. There's a lot of pain and hurt too. It feels like there's a lot of pain and hurt for other people's judgments of the way you go about teaching, maybe even, or the way that you go about raising kids, or the way you go about raising animals even, could be that. There's a lot of regret on some form of judgment of somebody that was in a position of power here, of somebody that was maybe a teacher, maybe something like that. Maybe you had a lot of judgments about your own parents, and now you're starting to see things from a different perspective and starting to be a little bit more understanding as well. Maybe you're sick of the judgments coming at you for the way that you are teaching. And there's a lot of regret here too, though, to where maybe the people who are making these harsh judgments are starting to regret their actions as well, because they're starting to see that you are just this unconditionally loving being, and they judged you harshly in the past. They thought that you were just putting on a show, but it really wasn't just a show. And so now they're starting to regret some of the actions they took against you. These ones are for what's going on in the situation and how to handle it. So there's a need to see things from a higher perspective here, to look at things from every angle, to really be discerning in what you're doing and where you're placing your energy, to really cleanse yourself of any kind of anxiety or fear-based thinking or overthinking. Allow yourself to just be and be okay with everything as it is. Allow yourself to really go from this person who is giving away all their energy and allowing energy vampires to suck it all away and drain it all away, to somebody who is discerning where they are placing their energy, their time, their efforts. And don't regret the past of placing it in the wrong places, because that's how you learn where you should be placing this time and attention, is by going through these lessons and learning who is worthy of this time, of this energy, who's going to put it to the most use in their life, where is it going to be more effective, and where can your teaching, your skills, your knowledge really give a rebirth to the world around you. There's a need here to rise up again from the ashes. Something really just came crumbling down. Maybe there was a couple people you were trying to help through certain issues or things going on, and they really just sucked up all that time and energy, and you gave and gave and gave, and they really didn't put it to use in their life or do anything with it. And so now you're climbing up out of that. You're starting to remember to cleanse your own energy as well, starting to be able to be a little bit more discerning, and it's time to really rise up out of the ashes and know that you gained a lot of wisdom, knowledge, understanding from these situations, and it's going to benefit you in the long run. There's also a need here maybe to connect more to your guides as well. Make time for prayers, affirmations, meditations, things like that. We have the Five of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Four of Swords. So yeah, there's a need to really take action to cut out the drama and negativity going on in your thoughts, in your thought process. You really need to work on speaking your truth and taking action when you feel it's necessary, on making a decision in hectic, confusing moments, and not allowing your thoughts to overwhelm you, not allowing yourself to go into that Chicken Little mode where the sky is falling at every turn, to instead be able to just calmly move forward, and there's a need as well to express your truth, to really be feeling like you are okay alone emotionally. You don't need anything from the outside to fulfill you emotionally. And so in that sense, if somebody walks away because they don't like what you have to say to them, then they walk away. And it's not something that's going to kill you. It's not something that's going to, affect you so harshly, because you're going to be knowing that it's okay. You got you and you're good, and you were good before they got there. So you're going to be good again after they're gone. And there's really just a need to rest and to reflect and to really go within and know that you are fulfilled in and of yourself. You are whole. You don't need something from the outside to be whole, so that you can express your truth more fully, and so that you can cut through the bullshit and be discerning in situations. So that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you have to say about it in the comments below as well, whether or not it resonated, what you guys are going through. I do really enjoy hearing from you guys, and I hope you have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye. Pile 3. So for pile 3, let's see. There's a new idea, a new passion, a new creative spark going on within you, and you have the keys to unlocking that. It could unlock a very big opportunity for you as well. And there could even be a love connection coming together to balance as well. You got a lot of the keys within you to be able to have new opportunities, new adventures, new ideas, new movement forward, and to really find that stability and confidence within your heart, and to know that you can handle something balanced. There's really a lot of passion in your life right now. There's a lot of confidence, a lot of willpower, stability, grounded energy, and there's just been a lot of transformation for you as well, where you're really starting to unlock a lot of hidden potential that you didn't see before, a lot of parts of yourself that you didn't see before. We have 25 centavos, 1996, Republica Argentina. There could even be a building involved in this. You could be building something as well. And we have come for the pizza, stay for the fun. For use only in Showbiz Plaza. So there's a lot of fun ideas, a lot of creative inspiration coming into your life, a lot of transformations, a lot of new opportunities, in your love life as well, stable opportunities. We also have this key, which means, there's a lot of difficulties going on, but you are able to come up with creative solutions to get through these difficulties and to remain stable in those moments as well. There's a lot of unconditional love here too, nurturing, caring, really that deep love and beauty and purity that you have going on. There's a lot of just transformation and inspiration, creativity, love, happiness, joy. So what situation are you done dealing with then? The High Overseer, the Lady, and the outsider. So there could be somebody in a position of power here that really sees you as an outsider. Could be somebody that is really very put together, like nothing ever looks out of place, nothing ever is out of place. This person is really very authoritative, very rigid, very harsh, commanding, not really, just somebody very hard to deal with that just really looks at things their own way and doesn't care about anything else and is really harsh and overbearing. You might feel like an outsider in this world because you might just deal with a lot of really fake people or a lot of really harsh, mean, cruel people, and you just have this amazing, beautiful, loving energy within you that is just so unconditional and sweet and kind, and you're sick of dealing with all the harsh, cruel people in this world, and you're sick of being an outsider everywhere you go because that's not how you are. We have dragon, starfish, and fire ant. So what should you do in this situation and what's going on in this situation in more detail? You've dealt with a lot of really shallow people who aren't there for the more in-depth situations. Just very shallow, very cruel, very harsh and judgmental and rigid people that, are very not deep, like no depth to them at all. And it just really, it pisses you off. It boils and boils and boils until it just pisses you off. And sometimes maybe, you might explode on some people sometimes, but it's because you're so sick of all these people scrambling to be first and scrambling to do for just them and looking at the surface and never diving any deeper and just seeing what's there on the surface. And maybe they see you and what's there on the surface and they don't look any deeper either. You might be in the public eye a lot. You could have a lot of fame or recognition going on. You may be very well thought of, very popular, something along those lines. And so people just look at the surface level and they never try to get any deeper. They make you what they feel like you are in their own head before they even ever met you. And then they expect you to somehow feel something for them when their feelings are so shallow anyway. What should you do in this situation? We got the Queen of Pentacles. Know your value. Know your worth. Go after your passionate pursuits. Build up your coin. Make the decision to really put the time and effort into yourself and to what's most valuable to you. Know your value. Know your worth. Know who you are. And work hard towards what you want to achieve. Work hard towards your legacy. Work hard towards your passionate ideas, your creative goals and inspirations. Work hard towards this victory you're having over here, this recognition you're having. Don't allow the shallow people that are on the outside looking into your life to overwhelm you to the point where you give up on this. Keep going for what you want and don't allow that to get in the way. You might be a little indecisive right now, but it's only because you're not listening to your intuition, you're not seeing your true value and worth, and you're not acting on it. So you need to really make sure that you are acting on your own best interest and to really transform your idea about being in the limelight as well and what it means. And remember that your inner circle is those couple people that are closest to you, and the rest of them, don't allow it to overwhelm you. Don't allow it to get to you. Just, do what you got to do and make sure you're setting your boundaries in a healthy way to where you aren't allowing others to take up all your time and energy so that you can continue to work towards your own goals and your own achievements. So that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you thought about it and whether or not it resonated for you or your situation in the comments below. And I really hope that you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye.